Well, a little more than 6 years ago, we learned how to make fried deviled eggs. Our teacher, Deborah Walker, and they were a hit. So much so, Deborah has put them in her new cookbook.
Deborah Walker is back in the DelmarvaLife kitchen. We have the cookbook, and we have all the makings for another delicious fried deviled egg. So,
Welcome.
Deborah,
Thank
welcome
you.
It's
back.
been too long.
I know. I love coming here, but it's great to be back. It really is. I feel like this is almost my second home, or say my second kitchen.
Your second kitchen.
My second
Well, you're
kitchen.
welcome here anytime. And we're going to talk a little bit about the cookbook in a little bit. But
Okay.
we are doing something that was wildly popular last time you were here.
Yes, fried deviled eggs, and I think now when you go into most like pubs, you always see the fried deviled eggs, and it's actually very, very easy. So we're going to do the fried deviled eggs,
Okay.
and then we're going to go a little and talk about how you can actually take a simple deviled egg and really embellish it with different themes.
Okay.
And of course, we're going to do some piping. Piping is one of these things that's not necessary. It's necessary, but I think it is pleasing to the eye. And whenever you present your food, you want it to be pretty.
Yes.
Of course, of course.
So I
Okay.
guess what we're going to start is these are 3 different tips. I'm just showing how there's different tips. But if you want to get started, just hang it. I'll tell you what. Let me go with him. First, you want to dip your egg white into here.
Into here, then to the
And
egg,
flour,
then
egg.
to there, and then
yeah,
in there.
and I'll get back with you.
Okay.
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 So important thing with the piping is you want to squeeze all this down,
Okay.
and then you want to turn it.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
that keeps
yep.
the air bubbles out, okay?
Okay.
And it should be ice cold. That helps keep the design, okay?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Okay.
So am I just filling each of these?
Yes, and I purposely have some that are pretty and some that are not, because a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to discard these, but actually, when you pipe it, you can see how you can fill all that in,
Oh, okay.
We don't waste anything in
No,
the kitchen.
of
All right.
course not.
Okay.
You're doing good?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good. Okay.
Okay. So
And
then
you just
do
put it right in here.
I know, you got to do it away from you.
Yep, there you go.
Ooh.
And that's simple.
Okay.
I'm going to turn this up a little bit.
So a little flour.
The flour will act as a glue, okay? And then the egg wash is 1 egg per 1 teaspoon of water,
Okay.
all right? And these don't take long at all. So I'm just gonna flip
Okay.
this. And when you actually go to pipe the filling in the fried egg, you want this to be a little cool. You don't want this to be hot. Otherwise, the egg filling, it will not adhere to the shape that you're going to
Oh,
be doing.
got
okay.
you.
That's good.
All right, you want to put another one in?
Yep.
Okay. You're doing good.
Thank you.
You're doing good.
How am I doing?
You're doing great. Look at that.
Ooh. Now, it was interesting because I was watching when you were here. By the way, that was May of 2019. Obviously, we've changed the kitchen a little bit.
We've done an
since-
upgrade.
We
Yes.
have an upgrade. But one
The
thing
kitchen
that,
looks great, though.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
One thing that you said that we kind of showed how times have changed. You were like, this is really easy to make and it's inexpensive because eggs are cheap.
It's true. Okay, the eggs have gone up, but it's still a very inexpensive
Yes.
dish.
We would have never thought.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And like I say, this just is very simple.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things when you fry anything, you do not want to put the fried food on top of a plate with a paper towel. That's like a no-no.
Oh,
That's what I've been messing up all my life. That explains it all now.
Put it on a cooling rack.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
this allows the air underneath to cool it, and it's going to stay crispy. Otherwise, that bottom side
Yep.
is on a paper towel, and it's just sitting in the soggy
gonna
grease.
mushy.
Yeah.
No wonder why all my dinners for Kendra gets messed up. when
That
I try to
that
fry
makes
things.
so
that
much
makes
sense.
so much sense.
Yeah.
And if you're doing this for a party, and let's say you're running late, and this is really hot, stick them in the refrigerator or the freezer for a minute or 2.
Really?
Cool it down, and then start piping. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we did some piped that are not fried, and we're doing some. We're going to pipe these as well.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Mike, you were doing an
He's
excellent
doing
job.
a great job.
Thank you.
Now, when you go to the next level, right now you're on level 1. Next
Yeah.
level, what you do is you do 1 hand for dry, 1 hand for wet.
I was trying to do that.
That way, you don't have to keep washing your hands. If
Right.
you notice, I have a little towel there for you.
I see that. Thank you.
That's nice. That's nice.
And then the last one goes in.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
kinda-
mean,
I
this
got-
is about as simple as
I
you
kind
can
of got
get.
away with that.
Well,
Wet and dry.
you're close. You're doing
Close,
good.
close.
You're doing good.
All right. Well, we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to finish these off and embellish them a little bit.
And embellish them
make
up with
them
different themes.
different themes. I love that. Deborah Lee Walker in the DelmarvaLife kitchen. We've got more of it when DelmarvaLife returns.
Our eggs have been fried to crispy perfection, and it's time to pipe in some more goodness. Teaching us these tasty techniques is Deborah Lee Walker, personal chef and author.
Thank you.
So Lisa's done her piping on the original eggs,
Which are over there.
Which are over here, that's right.
So let's
And
see
then-
how you do.
Okay.
Let's see
So
how
now
you
it's
do.
my turn.
Now it's your turn.
Okay.
No pressure, but I
No
think I
pressure.
did a pretty good job.
Okay.
Okay. So while he's doing that, let's
Okay.
just talk about the different ways that you can work with deviled eggs.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is the traditional deviled egg. I mean, personally, I love a classic deviled egg, but there's many other things that you can do. My father and I, we love caviar. So if you put caviar on the bottom, it's all caviar in there.
Oh my goodness.
And then you can take your little spoon, so when you scoop in there, you get the caviar. Eggs need
put this
salt.
so we can get here. I'll hold it here so we can get a good shot. So the brown in the sunflower is actually it's black. It's caviar. How cool is that?
Yeah, because that way it's like the perfect bite. When you get the
Right.
creaminess of the egg, you have the crunchiness of the fried egg, and then you have the caviar.
Okay.
Over here, we're on the Eastern Shore. So this is with shrimp. You could actually put the shrimp underneath if you want.
Okay.
Oh, look at you. He is
Oh,
doing
he's good
great. I'm
too.
telling you.
Okay.
But you can put the shrimp underneath and pipe it on top, and you can call it like a deviled egg with a surprise.
Okay.
Little clue, if you're going to put it underneath, when you go to put the piping tip to lift it up, what's going to happen is the tip is going to stick to the shrimp. So you have to have a bamboo skewer to hold it, and you slide it right out,
okay.
or you can put it on top.
Okay.
Gotcha.
If you have any Italian friends, this is what I call like the antipasta. There's a deviled egg. You have capers. There's a little, get the peppers. And there's, you can prosciutto right in there.
Okay.
And then if you like avocado, you could
Yes.
even mix the avocado with the deviled egg. The
Right.
creaminess of it, goes very well. And again, I got to get back to the caviar, but this is the smoked salmon. This is smoked salmon. You have the smoked salmon caviar and the deviled egg. Also, smoked salmon has that creamy texture,
Yep.
which is great if you want to mix it with the deviled eggs. I will say one thing, if you're going to pipe, it's really important that you have an immersion blender. That's one of the tall things. Yeah, because if you sit there with your beaters and it's not going to
gonna
get
take-
all the little bumps out. And when you
gotcha.
have that
Oh,
piping
okay.
bag, the tip, as you can see, well, we've already taken away, but the tips, it's a very fine
tip,
hole.
yep.
And
Sure.
you're always, I'm finding myself, I do that with a toothpick. I'm like, oh, trying to get this thing out. So the immersion blender is really imperative if you're going to do that.
I just love that now I have another reason to have an immersion blender besides the baby food that I'm making for little Henny.
Oh, that's such a good father. Okay, so we talked about this. This is an Eastern Shore special, Recipes from the Heart. Deborah Lee Walker, your cookbook.
I know.
Congratulations.
That's
Thank you.
awesome.
It's my first
Congratulations.
cookbook.
And how was it putting it together?
Well, actually, the cookbook is a culmination of my my column. I write a culinary column. In fact, my column now is syndicated. So I
very
just took
cool.
some of the recipes.
Yeah.
There's short stories. There's a lot of informative information, and then there's a picture with each recipe. And I will say that I have come a long way with my pictures, because when I first did this, all I had was a camera. I didn't even have a flash.
Oh.
And so there I was at my house. I'm trying to get the sunlight, trying to get this, and then, oh my gosh, it's too dark, and I got to back this up. But yep, I gradually got a flash, and it's been a fun experience. And
Wonderful. So where can folks get a hold of it?
Amazon.
Amazon. There you go.
Easy,
that makes it
easy.
easy. Well, thank you so much for coming in. And can we try one?
Oh, sure. Yes, absolutely.
I think I want to go for the deep fried ones.
You're bored. Well, yeah, it's Friday, duh.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah.
I see what you did
Thank
there.
you, thank you,
He
thank
is
you.
so clever.
I love the crunch. You know, a deviled egg with a crunch. That's awesome. Oh, that's so good. I could just eat that just as is. But
All day.
yep, all day. Deborah Lee Walker, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
in. We always
Thank
love
you.
having you
Thank
here.
you. It's
These are
always
delicious.
a pleasure.